I'm Brian Posehn. You may know me from my stand-up comedy or from the TV shows I've been on, like the Sarah Silverman program. I love comic books, metal, and anything nerdy, except furries. They're gross. But that does include Dungeons & Dragons, which I've been playing with the same group of my funny friends for a decade now. So we decided to record us playing the game and turn it into a podcast, and we call it
Nerd Poker. Dungeons & Dragons with Brian Posehn and friends.
Blaine!
Ken!
Sarah!
Sark. Don't forget Jerry.
Now with more
Dan.
And Steve.
and less Sarah, Jerry, and Sark. Hi, I'm Brian Posehn. You're listening to Nerd Poker, Dungeons & Dragons with Brian Posehn and friends. Hi, friends.
Hi, Brian.
Hello, Brian.
Hi, Brian. What are you guys doing?
Hi.
Just getting ready to play.
You guys want to play some D&D?
Yeah, let's party.
I'm going to put some nuts in my mouth.
Thank you, Brian, for putting us in your mouth. Oh, why are you always eating sentient nuts? Sentient nuts just love to be eaten, Blaine.
Their screams for sympathy make me so uncomfortable.
This
Brian.
episode of Nerd Broker is brought to you by Sentient Nuts.
Sentient nuts.
We love being broken.
We're in your mouth.
to us.
We're in your mouth.
All night.
Hot habanero and pimento sundae.
Get
Ranch dressing and floor.
Get them nuts.
Yeah.
Get them.
Get that bum piss.
Get them nuts.
Bum piss because it landed on the floor.
I got some cash. Do we have an actual donor? No. People stop doing that. You fuckers. You fucking bastards. You just come up to me and throw 20s at me. Like I'm some sort of... Oh, wait.
Thousands of people have been coming up to me and giving me hundreds of dollars, and I just keep it.
That's awesome.
Nice, Blaine.
You deserve it.
You got a kid to raise.
Yeah, raised
kid.
wrong.
That butt baby we're going to make tonight.
Whoa.
What?
Fudge.
Congratulations, Blaine.
Fudge son. Blaine and Brian's fudge son.
Hey, Brian. Hey, friends.
Or
you
daughter.
guys are awesome.
From the producers of Lilyhammer.
Hold on. Hey, Riff Train.
Wait,
Shut the fuck up.
let him talk. I gotta ask, though, Brian, a New York gangster in Norway?
That would be crazy.
Could he be played by a professional musician?
No way.
What if it's from a band I hate? That would be awesome.
The news?
Is that still on? I was just wondering about that.
Yeah.
Well, it's on
Is that
Netflix,
show
so
on?
it's always on.
Is he from Billy Joel in the news? Hey, Brian. Hey, friends. You guys are awesome.
And we're back.
Zach, P.S. Sunday, Jeff Revolution. All right. He gave us some cash. I can't deface currency, says this young lady, but wanted to say, hey.
What are you
hi,
afraid
Brian. Blaine, Ken, Dan, and Steve. A little more dick tracing in my podcast than I usually hear, but what an awesome program. Love you guys. Rose.
Usually.
Thanks, Rose.
Special nights.
This guy did write on a 20, and he wrote Pork Snorkel from Bill and Matt in Lowell, Indiana. Or is that Illinois? Do you know?
I don't.
Looks like an IN. It's Indiana. I was just in Joliet, which is where Dan Telfer.
I hail from.
Yep. But played
The prison?
Yeah, sure.
That's what it's known for, yeah.
Joliet Jake Telford.
He fell out of Elwood Blues into a toilet.
I was raised in a conjugal visit trailer.
I
Bow, bow, bow.
am Dan Aykroyd's toilet baby, that's true.
Fudge son.
From the creators of Mudslide. Fudge son.
Jesus.
All right. We missed you guys. What was this from? Oh.
A money machine.
Oh, yeah. So I was at Mojo's in Joliet.
Potatoes?
Yes. And these kids in this band, Dead Feathers, said hi too. And I actually checked them out, which I don't often do, and they're fucking awesome.
Cool. Dead feathers.
That's it. Let's jump in.
Sweet.
What happened?
I on our last episode of Nerd Poker.
Oh, and I got a loot crate that had some fucking killer stuff in it.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
A lot of ecstasy.
Yes.
So I'm starting to come on right now. It's
Things for
getting
me to
weird.
put up my butt.
Like ecstasy.
Nice.
Other than me.
The anal ecstasy goes straight to your head, I heard.
Great.
So you guys had killed the wolves
butt
the
in
last
a
time?
Yeah, we murdered them dead.
If you're just catching up, these guys had hot-wired a giant red cigarette boat outrigger thing on the
Powered by
red
rats.
side of the bay or the south side of the bay. And they powered out under giant mouse power, and they got caught up in the wake of a giant silver fleet with no gold. It was gold, right? Giant gold fleet that went by. It washed them up onto some blue rocks to the north. They went up the cover of a Yes album for a while. They avoided some gigantic sandpipers the size of some sort of Peter Max dream. And then they just killed some big electric blue wolves.
Yeah.
Everything up here is blue. The grass is a little blue tinged. It's not Kentucky-ish, but your Ken's, of course, pouring 9 pints of straight gin for this one. He knows what's coming.
It's going to be rough.
He knows I'm wearing my lucky half tee because I know that I'm about to bring some.
Oh, and
see your pupic.
the fan art someone did of us fighting the wolves, like the animated GIF, is fucking
yeah.
glorious.
Spectacular.
Holy shit! Animated Beaver on the forums made that. That was fucking.
pretty
All
great.
right,
I
hey,
saw that.
animated beaver, everybody. Come on.
We expect a new animated GIF on our desk tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Pacific.
And we're going to need some alts for legal because we have Doritos gave us notes.
Eventually
Yes.
put it together and make a whole video game out of it.
Oh my God! Why, please, you guys? What do we have to do to get? Let's get some donations going. Let's get some fucking video games.
Let's get a Dick Trace starter.
At the
then
very
let's,
least, we could make a mud, right? We could make a fucking multi-user dungeon text-based thing.
build it in whatchamacallit with the little
thank our friend.
Sackboy game PS4.
Oh, the guy who posted to the forums,
Yes.
GM Sarley. Yeah, holy shit.
Say his name again?
GM Sarley.
Yes.
Yeah, GM Sarley has been he's been following the show since the campaign started, and he's been keeping extensive notes, even more extensive than myself.
Because we
God.
have small, tiny brains.
And
Can't retain any of it.
he's keeping track of things in a very well thought out, realistic manner. He's very thorough and very cool, and we just want to say we appreciate him listening to all the episodes. He's sorted these guys out. He's brought everybody up to date on what their skills are, their spells, their Thakos, their to hits, and everything. So our hats off to you, GM Sarley.
Thanks.
Yeah.
For doing everything. Thanks for
y'all.
listening. And I say this every show, and it sounds really fake, but the fans are fantastic, and we thank you for listening. It makes us
I
have
say
more
it too,
fun playing.
But yeah, the people that come up to me at shows are so fucking stoked on the show, and like hearing that people started playing D&D because of our shows.
yeah,
we
It's
do it.
corny, but I fucking makes me so happy.
We
Yeah,
do
I
it
get
for
a-
that and for the nookie.
Yeah.
I get a +3 lump in my throat.
Aw.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah.
I always, I started playing D&D when I was before I could drive, and it was always like the cool feeling of being just like in your own head, and it was a lot of fun. And we all had our shirts off. Anyway, let's go.
Sexy.
Oh, the guy on Twitter, GM Sarley, his name is Gary.
Oh,
and
Gary.
he said, yeah, I used to write/edit for D&D.
Oh, okay.
So,
So he probably knows his stuff.
yeah, holy fuck.
Yeah. So again, thanks,
Gary.
Gary.
Let's jump in.
Thank you, Gary.
Gary!
So anyway, you guys are all killed, and now we're playing Top Secret. So you've killed these electric blue wolves. I remember you guys. You saw some sort of yellow blue brick road or something?
Yeah.
Oh,
it was
yeah,
like an
yeah.
ozone thing.
Yeah, and you started smelling. It
ozone.
just sort of smelled like a post lightning storm kind of a thing. So. And we're rolling speed. Take 78 and no poker.
Don't look at my character sheet,
phone.
Ken.
Who's got a phone?
Phone's off.
Still rolling.
Except for texting.
And action.
You go.
You must pay the rent.
Yeah, let's approach the city. Let's just. Or do you guys want to look
You
for?
say let's purchase the city?
Yes!
I don't think I have enough
Is this
coins.
Monopoly?
We have 5 coins.
Let's put a hotel on Boardwalk.
We'd like to buy your city.
Approach the city. Right. Look for like a side entrance, maybe.
And the city, of course, being miles away.
Yeah, but we can finally see it because we came over.
Yeah, well,
Bluff
it's
or
the way you
whatever.
can see a city for miles and miles and miles and miles before you even get close to it.
What do you think? Should we avoid the roads this time, like we did last time, or?
Always.
Yes.
Yeah.
Unless you think the blue giants will be reasonable.
I have my
or
hopes up.
impressed by us.
Lyra wants to try some subterfuge with these guys and see if we can manipulate our way into more respectable travel next time, and not necessarily go the route of murder. However, I think we will probably still end up going the route of murder.
I'm not against that.
Hey, sometimes murder's cool, right?
Sometimes you gotta do it.
So what do we see? We're in the field, having killed the wolves.
You're in the field. You guys start to make your way across these sort of blue-tinted plains towards the city that you see sort of, I guess it would be northwest of you right now. So you're sort of, it's a beautiful day. Everything is gorgeous. The city looks like it's probably a day's walk at least.
Okay.
So, but you start to get to an area where the lands are a little flatter. And you see that there's a road. It's a pathway. That's it's cobblestones. It's obviously like a Krita road. It's not super advanced. It's more of a Roman kind of a thing. But there's grooves in it from giant wagons and carts and things. So it's pretty chewed up and pretty worn. So it's been here for a while. And you guys get on it. I would say that there's cover forestry 100 yards on either side of this road if you needed to get to something. Or you can follow the road or sort of shadow it, whatever you want to do.
Shadow, right?
Shadow the blue brick road.
Let's get off
be
this
safe.
motherfucker.
All right. So you guys are sort of walking off to the side. And action.
What do we see? Which way are we headed? Towards the city?
Northwest, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess keep an eye on the road, look and see if anyone's coming or going. Maybe we could learn something about it or even hitch a ride if it's like some gargantuan vehicle that's easy to jump on. But also, yeah, like I would
Try to strike a conversation with somebody if we can.
Yeah.
Instead of
I'm not
attacking?
yeah, exactly. Like if we see a lone traveler, we could totally take him. So let's I'm feeling pretty cocky. Yeah, I'm Lyra's
Who
definitely
I'd like to kill by myself? A giant.
Lyra's going to propose if we see like a lone traveler, she's willing to approach.
Okay.
Let's find one.
That's a good idea.
You guys will have her back, right?
It would be nice to talk to somebody instead of
Maybe they'll have some
having
food.
to fucking cut their balls open first.
I think you're still probably going to end up cutting their balls open. I have a feeling about
I'm
these
willing
guys.
to.
So you guys are sort of just walking along the pathway, what, like 50 yards out?
Out of sight.
Out of sight. You get to, you start to see that the plains are sort of starting to get more foothilly, and the foothills are a little sharper. They're sort of sloping upward a little bit, and you're kind of starting to make your way up, and the road is starting to wind up a little bit. It's very gradual.
Is it getting harder to stay off the road without going into a steep hill? or-
Yeah, it's starting to get rockier and more craggy. The forest is getting darker and thicker. So it looks like you're just kind of heading up into some hills. And again, you still see the city up in the distance, but you're starting to wonder what the actual positioning of it is. So
If we head to the other side of the road, can we still stay back, or is it just the whole road is going up?
I think the whole road is starting to get.
Is it getting so steep that once we get there, the only way in is this road? Like, is it going to be pretty sheer on?
It doesn't seem like it's getting sheer, like it's going up the side of a cliff or anything.
Right.
But it looks like this plane is sloping upwards, and it's just getting rockier.
Is there a wall around this city?
No, it doesn't seem like a
Okay,
wall
great.
yet.
Is there maybe a moat? Does it look like it's going to be as hard to break into as that other city?
No, it looks like you still have miles to go before you're there.
All right.
This is just the terrain.
And many promises to keep. Telephone.
Oh.
Lyra's going to start talking about all the shit she's going to buy if we steal some stuff out of that golden city. You
You are
guys.
such a shopaholic.
I need to get some more paper.
Some charcoal, some...
Yeah, my tracing book's almost full.
If we get real rich, you think, hey, Winter, you think we get real rich, you're going to set up a professional tracing studio?
Yeah, I'll have a whole library of all my tracings, all the binders.
And have gallery showings?
Yep.
We'll all drink some Merlot out of glasses and admire the latest.
I don't know if I want to show them. It's kind of they're kind of personal.
I see. You might end up getting super introverted and just
Yeah.
just staring at them all day. I see how it goes.
Do you ever try to fit your own parts into one of those tracings?
No, that's stupid. That's that would be weird.
You're right. I don't know what
that
I
would
was
just
thinking.
be weird.
Hi, Blaine.
Hey,
Hey.
So is it what time of day are we looking at?
I think it's
It's almost afternoonish.
It was morning when we landed on the beach, and that was a way back at this point.
I would say it's probably maybe 3 o'clock. Schools
nice.
are letting out,
Tea
so traffic
time.
is bad. It's parents parking in front of places, and you're sort of you have maybe 50 yards between the road and the woods and stuff. And it's starting to get definitely more foresty. There's you're hearing more noises, and there's more birds in the air, just big blue birds everywhere. But it doesn't seem threatening yet.
Yeah, I'm definitely keeping an eye out for wildlife.
Yeah. But you do get to a point where you see there's a road that kind of goes off to the right of the road. If you're heading towards the city, there's a road that sort of goes down into the woods. It looks like almost like if you were down south and there was obviously a trail where guys would take their trucks down to go fuck around in the woods. It looks like there's a little path that goes down in there for some kind of reason. So
Interesting.
Shall we go down that road, or
You want to give it a shot? Because
yeah?
maybe,
it looks like it doesn't. It's not like going into a valley or a pit or anything.
but maybe a
Turnout or something.
residence.
Yeah.
Yeah. It could be a residence. It could be an institute. It could be a lab where there's monkeys full of rage.
Oh, that's fine. Let's go.
They're infected with rage.
Or there could be little theater and long
Take
form
that
improv.
That
Who
road
knows?
less traveled.
Oh, that's
Ugh, I'd much rather run into a rage monkey than an improv team.
15 hit dice long form improv.
Yeah, let's go check this out. Let's check this out. Let's maybe even get a better taste of what we're in for before we head straight into the city.
I like it.
Okay, so let's say that you guys kind of hit the mouth of this thing. You go in. There's a little clearing. You stop to the side, and you just sort of just for the sake of our listeners, let's sort of update you guys on where you are. You guys are all 5th level now.
Yes.
So Hug, what can you do? Why don't you describe yourself to the judges?
Well, I got all kinds of new spells now. I don't want to. It's a secret what my new spells are because it's exciting when I use them the first time.
Yeah, he's always working
Not
on new
really,
stuff.
not really, but let's see. I've got some more hit points. Thank shit. I'm up to 14 now, so that's better than 1, which I was at forever. But I got your invisibility, your lesser phantom steed is suggested by the guy on the forums.
By Gary.
Gary.
Gary!
As in Gygax.
Who's this Gary character?
Can we make Gary just a character that we talk about constantly now because of all the work that he put into this? He's just Gary.
Let's ask Gary.
I don't care what you do, Parker. Just get out there and get me pictures of Gary, man.
So yes, I'm a little more fortified. Got some more spells. Same stupid Dirk, weapon-wise.
Yeah, well, it's going to be a long
comes in
time before
handy.
we find new armor or weapons that
Yeah.
fit us.
Yeah.
So,
And Winter, anything you'd like to tell the?
Well, I have my quarterstaff. I have my spells or magic missile, spider climb, detect magic, read magic. Thanks to Gary, I have figured I have 3 new ones, which we can find out later. I don't want to ruin the surprise. I also have web for my second level.
He also has AOL.
Yeah.
Lyra.
I got a mouthful of nuts.
I'll say.
Is a heavenly
Do you like them in there? Do they feel good?
Money can buy.
Well, this is the first
Mouthful of nuts.
first thief I've ever played on
By Steve Martin,
pencil and
Steve
paper.
Allen.
So for the most part, Gary, I took your advice on thieving abilities. I didn't put as much focus on pickpocketing as you suggested. However, I decided instead to focus on hiding in shadows. So I get to do lots of stuff. I still got a really fucking high modifier for moving silently. Hiding in shadows, I'm almost at 100%. So it's pretty fun. She's going to be able to fade in and out way more, and she can now backstab the fuck out of people. So
Yeah, you do triple damage now on your backstab.
yes.
That's nice. And how about you, Dag?
Oh,
You're
damn.
chewing some 5-hour gum.
Well, we worked on my weapon proficiency stats and all that, and my hit points only went up 1. I was pretty close. And then the grenades I have, I was right on. I'd actually been keeping decent track of those. But the Frostbrand is even more badass now. So it's +4, +5. And then if I'm fighting... so does that double the 6 if I'm... if it used to be 3 and if I'm fighting fire demons and all that shit? Does that double that?
With double damage?
Or the numbers. Well, it adds to it, right?
Yeah, it does.
That's Gary.
It's all math.
Well,
Gary, help! Gary! Send up the Gary signal.
it would just be it would be 7 instead of 6, and 7 and anyway. Yeah. That's it.
Okay. Anyway,
Let's find something.
Yeah.
talk to
Let's
some
keep following
people.
this path and see if it leads anywhere in particular.
all right. So you guys, you have a little food. You drink a little water. You make a little love. You get down tonight. You
Hey, man.
you sort of head down into this woods. It immediately starts looking very Hansel and Gretel-y. Although everything is obviously blue tinged. The foliage,
candy?
the foliage gets starts getting very, very dark blue. It's gorgeous. It's very cobalt, but still there's weird shit
Avatar.
going on. Like every now and then you see trails of giant blue ants, like a foot long, walking along. You see giant blue snails everywhere. You see blue birds flying around, blue woodpeckers, and you see webs with big blue spiders in them. It's freaky blue woods. But you're following this trail down. It doesn't look like wagons come down here. There's normally been tracks in all the roads.
This
But-
looks like a footpath.
yeah, it doesn't even look like a footpath. I mean, there's leaves on it, big blue leaves. They're crunchy if you want. Have some fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. You're reliving your blue childhood. But that's it. It just looks. It's just getting. It's just woodsy. It's not quite Blair Witchy, but it's very, very woodsy. It's lush. I mean, it's not dried out and weird, but it is getting darker and thicker. You notice.
All right.
Okay. Keep it up.
Yeah.
All right.
I guess.
Sure.
Just trying to figure out what's good against electricity because it seems like these
Water.
things are electrical.
Right, with the ozone thing especially. Water or what is it? Stone? Is stone the opposite?
Rubber.
I would guess it stops the
Or earth?
Rubber.
conductivity.
Exactly. Yeah, like grounding.
But I don't know if that's the
electricity.
same and if electricity is the same. In
Yeah, I'm not well versed in the different elementals.
No. Me neuter.
I'm going back to like what were those things in the 80s? Those little figures where like you could rub their chest and see what elements they were. There's, like,
Stompers?
rock, paper, scissors.
Bangles?
things. They're like battle beasts, I want to say.
Oh yeah,
Scout troop masters.
it was like a match, it's like striking a match, basically.
Babies.
Yeah.
Yeah, if anyone else listening is exactly 36 years old and remembers these weird ass plastic animal anthropomorphic monster things.
Sparky beasts.
It was like water, wood, and fire were the three elementals they broke it down into. And so that was like pretty easy to figure out which did
Elementoids.
what. Yeah. Wood floats in water, so look out.
So do witches.
I can't think of the name. I have some somewhere. It's
Elemental
stored.
is the name of a
Toy.
Tears for Fears album. Maybe that's what you need to use against electricity. Tears for Fears.
Let's go find
I have
one.
a +3 Orzible.
It was totally Battle Beast, so I was right.
So this, you notice that while the terrain seems to be going upwards, that now you're going downwards. So it seems like you've almost taken a weird sort of twist in the path. That's just your sense of direction. You know that you're not following the path anymore. You're almost going off directly away from it. And
The path of the side.
you branched off to the side, sort of like a weird level of a video game. You went down this path. The path gets into the woods a little darker, a little weirder. And then your sense of direction kind of pings a little bit, and you realize that while the land is sort of sloping upwards, that now you're kind of heading down, or at least level. It's weird, and you know that the road is behind you now, so that you would have to follow this road to get out of where you are. If that makes any sense. Okay. All right, and that's when you start hearing the weird rustling.
Can I slip into the shadows immediately?
If you want to, sure.
I will.
Yeah, why not? So,
Let's hide it up.
all right. So, what are you guys gonna do? You hear some rustling in the woods, and the rustling turns into it sounds like something huge trying to be sneaky.
Okay. I would,
I go poof.
I would get in a defensive, sort of hidden position.
I spider climb up a tree.
Like,
Okay.
I mean, where are we actually in? We're amongst trees, but like, I would hide behind something.
yeah, you can probably find. I mean,
Get
everything's
as
bigger.
stealthy as I can get for being a big guy dressed in Hot Topic.
Yeah, like you could at least use a tree as like a temporary shield and try and put it between you and the rest.
Okay.
I'm going invisible.
They'll still see your Nightmare Before Christmas socks,
I
but
look like
you know.
a kid going as the Undertaker for Halloween.
I'm invisible.
Okay, so Hug, just like all the Christmases with his dad, is completely invisible. Winter, you have scampered up a tree, spider climb style.
Yes.
Dag is against the base of the tree, blending in as naturally as he can with his giant glowing frostbrand, and Lyra is
Trying to just hide in the shadows.
hide in shadows. Hey, what are your hide and shadow skills? Let's roll some dice.
I have a score of 90%.
Okay, why don't you roll 90 or below?
So roll a 10-sided.
Roll 2 10-sideds. Roll some percentile.
3, 6.
Okay.
Either way, it's good.
You sort of blend in. There's a bad Sid and Marty Krofft sound effect. And you sort of zip into the woods. The crunching gets a little closer. Closer. And you see a big thing come up the road very slowly. And it looks like a giant guy, like a big fat guy. But it's like if a fat guy was a giant. And
So big giant fat giant.
I like
Big
your
giant-
alternative phrasing there.
yeah, it's a big fat giant.
I'm right here, Blaine.
But it's he's even bigger than you're normally,
Oh.
like bigger than your normal giant.
Jesus.
And just like dark blue. And it gets closer and closer. You see that it's wearing sort of cavey stuff, very primitive, like no shoes, wearing sort of a weird loinclothy thing.
Sure, no dice.
And it's just carrying a blue wood, I would say red wood, but I'm going to try to be cute. It's carrying a giant trunk of a blue wood tree like
Sounds
a
like
club.
troll.
That's huge. It's not a troll.
It looks more like a giant. It
looks more like a giant version of what a giant would be here. So,
It's a giant's
but
giant.
bordering on Cro-Magnon kind of dumb hillbilly kind of expression on his face.
yeah.
Whoa.
What?
What about all the Cro-Magnon people listening?
Yeah, and all those smart hillbillies.
I'm
Slow
super
your
sorry
roll,
about
man.
all our listeners who have done that really expensive genealogy test where they test their genetics for Cro-Magnons and they've discovered that is a large part of their heritage. I promise you,
If I found out it was going to be Cro-Magnon, I would
nothing
still
by
have it. I want everybody to roll against paralyzation, poison, or death magic.
No.
Jesus. All right.
What do we roll?
Yeah, what-
Because this thing is getting closer, and it's not quite computing with
we
you.
roll a 20, try to get under our score, right?
Yes.
Yeah, whatever that save is, it's either that or below.
I got a 3 for 12, so
I'm good.
I got 18.
I got a 1, so I super got it.
Which one?
Your petrifaction or paralyzation, poison, or death magic.
Oh, okay.
I'm already enjoying the new dice.
You got to
to
go
roll.
under that number.
Yeah, that or below.
I like it.
And what was yours, Steve?
18.
What your score is?
20.
Yeah. Sorry.
Wow. So that's kind of like a saving throw botch.
Pretty high.
Yeah. Thanks
Saving blow.
Thanks for the dice, Dan.
You're
No,
welcome.
I
Merry
just
Christmas.
rolled a 20. What'd you roll?
18.
Oh, I rolled a 20.
You guys can be
And,
paralyzed
and what
together.
is your thing?
14.
Okay.
You did pick the
Mine's a
coolest
little-
looking dice.
So, I guess the story is going to be told through Hug and Lyra's eyes.
Oh,
Jesus.
If they see
So glad he can't see me.
Lyra sort of in the shadows, and she sees this giant thing moving along this road. And Winter, you're up in the trees, and you see the same thing. Or no, I'm sorry.
invisible.
I'm sorry. Hug is invisible, and he sees the same
Get out
thing.
off the road.
This thing comes into view, and it's like a 4-story tall cyclops,
Jesus. Fuck.
and it's cartoon blue. And
Cyclops. Jesus.
and Dag sort of was hiding behind a tree, and he walks out in front of it and just looks up and says, "What the fuck?" And then Winter loses your grip and falls out of the tree right next to Dag. So
That seems pretty
this-
chill.
this giant cyclops kind of looks down and sees you guys with your mouths hanging open. So why don't you guys roll for initiative? That's going to be. I'll let Dag do it because you were sort of so stunned at how fucking weird it was that you couldn't help yourself but to walk out and go, Jesus, what?
Okay.
Oh my God! Does that make sense?
Sure.
You couldn't really.
What am I rolling? 6.
Yeah, roll 6. You have to beat a 1.
Do it. Do it. Do it. Yeah. That's the most beating of a 1.
All right, cool.
Snapped out of that bit of forced dialogue.
6.
So you can do you can do whatever you want. You guys have the initiative. So
See if he's friendly.
Give him a little tug.
Ask what his name is.
What do you think we should do?
I would be super skeptical.
Yeah.
He's not going to be a nice guy.
No.
hey, while
Probably
Let's
not.
take a quick break.
yeah, while Dag and Winter figure out what's about to happen, we'll be right back after these messages.
Duh. Okay, we're back.
And we're back.
And ready to die.
I'm not ready to die.
This is my favorite Notorious Big record.
Notorious Big.
Yep.
The best. All right, yeah. Do you know what you're going to do there, Dag?
No, I die, I think. Fuck. I mean, I wanted to try this whole talk to people thing, but I don't think
Yeah.
that's going to work for me. And
I'm gonna-
you can't make us disappear, right?
I certainly can. No, do any of you guys have invisibility spells that you can cast on other people, or no?
I do have invisibility. That's
I'm going to
my-
follow Dag's lead, whatever Dag does. I wanted, ideally, but yeah, he's a monster. He's not what appears to be a sentient.
But he's blue, right?
Yeah, so it's
Yeah,
going to be
he's
a
blue.
tough
But he's
fight.
still a Cyclops.
Elementally, he's not going to be what your sword works best against.
Fuck.
Yeah, you're probably going to be going in as a
Flight instead
plus-
of fight.
a +3.
Let's just fucking run.
Yeah.
Because he's massive, right?
Fuck.
Can I cast my invisibility on both Brian and I since we're right next to each other?
If you want, it's going to be what level spell is invisibility?
2.
That's going to take you 2 rounds to cast it. If you start casting it right now,
Not a bad idea.
which means that you can do this round. The Cyclops gets an attack, and then the entire next round is you casting, and then the round after that, the invisibility kicks in, and then you guys can't attack or it breaks the spell.
Right.
I might as well start that right now then.
All right, so you look over and you see Winter pull out some nutmeg and some vanilla extract. He breaks a couple eggs and he pours a little flour into a pan. Breaks the eggs in, starts casting this spell.
Okay.
All right.
We're dead.
We're
What?
super dead.
What are you? The giant kind of looks down at you guys.
Yeah. Can I
And
step into the trees even though he's casting? Can I start to run?
if you want,
Throw some of your balls.
You want
at
to
him.
stay near him, though, or else he can't shroud you.
yeah, he can't shroud you. I mean, he's sort of like, if you run into the trees, then the giant is just going to probably hit him with a giant tree trunk.
This guy's a dick.
Can I stab this guy in the foot or the fucking Achilles tendon?
Yeah, make a called shot. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Chop him right in the tendon.
Yeah,
just
sure.
throw
you
one
can,
of your
you
balls
can
at his
attack him.
eyeball.
I mean, it's not like your Frostbrand is useless because it's
Yeah.
not a fire thing. It's still a +3 broadsword.
All right. I'm gonna. If he's right above me, I'm going to totally slash at his Achilles tendon.
Okay.
I'll step to the back of his foot and dig in as much as I can with the fucking
Gage.
gauge in Pet Cemetery. Yeah.
I wouldn't want to be buried there. Hey,
You won't be for long.
In a pet cemetery.
when they played Hammerjacks, the Ramones played Hammerjacks in Baltimore, and the only talking they did was when Joey Ramone goes, "Baltimore, you may not know this. Underneath your feet, at the Pet Cemetery. And he played Pet Cemetery.
That's funny.
It's fucking. You may not know this. So, Brian, what you roll to attack with your Frostbrand?
Roll another one of them 20s.
What?
That's the opposite.
Oh, no. Oh.
Fucking botch.
Did you roll a 1?
Yeah.
Wow. Hey, that's a back-to-back botch. That's a 20 on a saving throw and a botch on an attack.
Yeah, awesome.
So, do you want to roll the botch, or do you want me to roll the botch?
You do it.
Oh, God.
We Sark used to.
Okay. Okay. All right. You kind of take you sort of move around to the back of this thing, and you take a swing, and
Fucking piece of shit.
you take your sword goes past it and just gets jammed in the trunk of a tree off to the side of the path.
Oh boy.
I mean, like, you were gonna, it was one of those home runs that turned out to be a strike. Like, if you would have hit him, you would have killed him, but you didn't, and now your sword is in a tree.
Lyra's gonna try to. Can I backstab him in the Achilles tendon?
Sure. I'm gonna say.
Do I have to move into position first?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say you're gonna need a round to move into position.
She's gonna do it.
All right, so you're gonna take this round to start moving. Winter, what are you doing?
I'm making the spell.
Oh, you're casting the spell.
Invisibility.
And Hug
Invisible.
is invisible right now.
Yeah, I'm warming something up. As long as I'm not being
too.
noticed right now, I don't have much to attack with.
Okay. So Hug is getting a spell ready. We'll find out what that is after the commercial break. In the meantime, this thing kind of looks down, and it's really freaky looking. It's a giant weird cyclops, and it's all blue, and the eye is even bluer, and it glows, and it's looking down at you guys.
Jesus.
It kind of stops and looks down and to the left at Brian, who just took a swing because of the crunch that his sword made. So he is going to raise his sword, and he is going to try to come down just on the path off to the... he's got the tree in his right hand, and he has to kind of swing around. So, hey, can I have this thing over here? Oh, yeah, I'll just use it. It'll be fine.
Have it.
All right. He tries to hit you. It comes down, and it just sort of the arc hits a few trees and knocks it off to the side. The tree, this huge club, lands maybe 10 feet behind you. But he hit a couple of trees, so I want you, Winter, and Dag, you each take just a point of flying debris from trees and stuff.
Right.
Just there's twigs and branches.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, and you guys are just getting hit in the
Yeah,
face. It's really
fuck
uncomfortable.
you.
There's some
Yeah.
poison sumac.
What?
Yeah, it's gonna be itchy, and you're gonna wipe it into your skin. It's gonna get weird, and there's also like weird eggs of something under it, like a bug.
Oh, God.
You're like, what the fuck? Oh my god, a weird bug! Ew. That's your point of damage.
All right.
So the now this giant is full on aware of the fact that you're there, and it makes this weird blood curdling, and it kind of sounds like
My mom.
yeah, like your mom getting her Steven Seagal caught in a pencil sharpener. So there's just a weird noise. You hear animals scurry from the roar. It's very, very Pixar-y. And this thing kind of turns around and alters position. And when it moves, I want you guys to roll a dexterity check. Winter and Dag.
Is that 20?
Yes, 20. So roll your dexterity or below.
6.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So this Cyclops kind of turns around and repositions himself to get a better position to attack you. And his feet just would have killed you. He would have just crushed you underfoot. So you got lucky there. And next round, who's doing what?
Gonna backstab that Achilles
Yeah,
tendon.
I'm going to stab him again, too.
All right, cool. So let's let Lyra do her thing.
Okay.
So Lyra's going to try to backstab this giant in the Achilles tendon, I guess. Using a what?
I have to use a dagger, right?
Yeah.
All right. Damage versus large is 123.
This is large.
Yeah. All right, so I'm doing 13.
Wow, 13, okay.
So is that a hit?
I don't know, you tell me. What's your Thaco?
18.
Okay, yeah, that's definitely a hit.
Okay, and then I roll...
Very low armor class on this thing.
Sweet. And then the backstab is a... What was that? Was that a 4-sided?
A dagger is 1 to 3 versus large.
1d3 versus large?
Or 1 to 3 points versus large. So you could do 6-sided.
Okay.
And just,
I was doing half.
Half a 6 and times 3.
It would, yeah, like a...
All right. 6. So...
Oh, okay.
That's a 9.
Okay, so 9 points. Very nice.
In the Achilles tendon, specifically.
Okay. So 9 points.
Trying to slash that shit out, because I think the plan is still we're going to try and split, right?
Yeah.
So Lyra kind of comes out of nowhere. It's very strange. And there's just this weird blur and a weird kind of fabric tearing sound. And a flash of a blade, which is noticeable because it wasn't blue in this whole blue background. And the giant lets out this Arnold Schwarzenegger fucking his maid noise. And blood, just blue blood starts pouring out of this the back of this thing's ankle. And you also hear a weird, like a window blind sound being pulled.
Nice.
Snap!
There we go.
And the roaring, he shifts his weight, and this thing is obviously hurting pretty bad.
Yeah, good.
If I'm not mistaken,
Fuck
I think
him.
I'm seeing the let's finish him look on Brian's face.
I'm going for the other one.
All right, so Brian's going in with his Frostbrand. Rolling to attack.
8, but I've got a +4 on that, so that's a
8
12.
+4 and a 12. And what's your Thaco?
16.
Oh, okay. Then you were good. That is a hit. Cool. So roll for damage, which is broadsword against it's 1d6 +1 plus your damage.
Yeah, +5.
1d6 +5.
Yeah. 10.
10. Okay, that's very nice. So Brian goes over and just kind of works on the other leg. Doesn't really hit the tendon as much, but there's still a lot of blood and it's very painful. And the ankles start to wobble. There's more comical screaming.
Is he still up?
So,
He can't walk, can he?
Well, maybe not well, but he could try to stomp around still if his knees work, right?
yeah, it looks like he was limping from the first hit when Dag hit him. So so who knows what's going to happen?
All right.
Next, anyone?
I'm going to try to scale him if I can. Try and climb up his back.
Okay, so you're going to try to just...
I want to hack at his neck and throat, basically. So
Okay, so you're going to try to scamper up his leg hair or something, or grab his flesh or whatever?
Yeah, exactly. If he's got a loincloth,
Whose turn is it next? It's already back to
That's
you?
just my plan. No,
we got.
I think I got to go first
And
last
if you're
round.
trying to finish
but-
off, then we'll just. What do you want to
Do I abandon this invisibility shit now?
Or yeah, I
It's up to you.
mean,
You
I think
can't.
so. I think we should try to just
Yeah, because as
waste
soon as
them.
I attack, my invisibility's gone anyway.
Well, let me attack him then with some magic missiles to the crotch.
All right,
maybe
so,
we should let him go
Straight
first because
to the
he's been
bottom.
sitting on a spell this whole time.
Who? Ken?
Ken, do you want to...
Oh well, I'm
let
just
Ken go.
I was just
Fire
going to
off.
fire my wand at his eye
Oh, yeah, good.
and hopefully blind him.
Oh, okay.
Press the blinding button.
So Hug is going to pull out the wand, and he a la peanut butter sandwiches. And why don't you roll to attack? Just make sure that this thing kind of that you don't botch it at least.
Right. No botch, no whammy. Good.
Yep.
14. I'm good.
All right, cool. So there's a weird say cheese and pop, and this this giant that had been looking down at you guys and rearing his club up to bring down again. Looks down and he does that weird go for fuck God, like his nose crinkles up and he sneezes a couple times. He takes a horrible blinding thing to the face. So why don't you roll for damage for that?
Oh, I don't know. There's no damage on it, is there? I think it's just blinding him for a while. Is the damage?
Okay. All right. So, well, let's just assume then that he's like, Winter, what do you want to do?
Magic missile to his magic missile.
Sounds like a goddamn Triumph song.
Shoot at his dick.
Okay, so
what's wrong with a goddamn Triumph song?
Oh, nothing. So roll for your 5 magic missiles per level?
Fight the good fight.
Or you're level 5, so it's 5 missiles, right?
Five missiles plus 1. 1d4 plus 1 per missile, I think.
1d4 plus 1.
4.
Yeah.
Again?
Yeah.
I'm doing it 5 times?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. 1.
That's 12.
3. 2. 1.
Okay. So
16 so far, I think. Or is it more?
yeah, 16. Yes, with the plus ones. So okay, cool. So all of a sudden these crazy tracers go up from this
Tracers.
from Winter, who puts his notebook away and then just goes fuck it and just dwow, and they zip up from his hand and go straight up into this guy's loincloth.
I hope they go in his pee hole.
Hey, do you remember how? Remember when Luke threw that charge up into the AT-AT belly?
Yeah.
And there was that weird thump.
Yeah.
These missiles kind of go up into this guy's loincloth, and there's those lights from underneath. And he's already sort of blinded. And there's a weird... it's almost like it starts to kind of rain. And his one leg that has been sliced by the dagger kind of cocks up like that one thing's foot, and it just kind of groans into the woods.
Nice.
And falls over, holding its crotch like George C. Scott in The Simpsons.
Ow, my groin!
Nice.
So the Cyclops falls over to its side, grabbing his balls and blinded, bleeding from both of his ankles in a giant Cyclops fetal position, but he's still very much alive.
All right.
So, hey, I want...
Your turn first, right?
No.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
I know what I'm doing.
Hey, I want Ken and I want Brian to roll dexterity checks.
All right. Good.
Okay, Hug is fine.
Also good.
Yep.
All right. He as the giant falls, his tree falls, and his tree trunk falls. His big club, and you guys kind of have to jump out of the way as this thing hits the forest floor.
Okay.
Because it is a giant, like 20 feet, well, 10 feet across at least. Giant tree trunk.
Okay.
So you guys jump out of the way. He's lying there. Oh, for fuck's God! Yeah, whoa!
Right.
So,
Dan and then me.
Sure.
All right.
Dan, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna fuck it. I'll just try and stick my my short sword in the middle of his Adam's apple.
All right. So
It's an Adam's apple.
He's going to go up and Lyra's going to go up and
symbol of his masculinity. You know what? I don't care for this guy's attitude. This is a strike for feminism.
What is Adam's apple?
Yeah.
Wow, it's very garp of you.
Good. Sounds like a fish.
Yeah, the worst.
I hate that part.
That was the worst.
Fuck.
The Ellen Jamesians.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Terrible. They were like the fucking goons on Popeye.
They were. The goons at Popeye were the worst.
They fucking gave me nightmares as a kid, the goons on Popeye.
Yeah, because they've... Like, do they have mouths?
Fucking
What the
terrifying.
Popeye was a
Weird
terrifying
nose.
cartoon.
I love her, Popeye.
Alice
The Alice the Goon, I hated her so much.
So Lyra moves up with her short sword, and she's getting ready to jab this thing in the throat. So why don't you roll to attack?
A 2.
That's a 2.
Two.
So
I guess I don't need to roll again.
you're kind of trying to get into position, and you take a swing, and maybe there's sweat. You can't get a. It's just kind of a weird angle. It's dark.
I swing before I'm close enough.
Yeah, you get ahead of yourself. Swing and a miss from Lyra, and
now I'm right in front of his face.
dagger to the plate.
Do I have to? I don't have to roll if I'm just gonna shove one of these grenades in the hole that I carved in his foot, the back of his foot.
Okay.
I'm gonna pop his foot off.
Yeah, I'm
I
just
can
gonna
blow his foot off.
Yeah,
Get all his terrible
Okay.
internal
yeah.
organs in his
He won't
foot.
be able to get up if he doesn't have a foot.
There you go.
'Cause the other one's dead with that Achilles tendon severed. Right? Do I have to roll for that, or I just shove it in there?
Yeah, you could, and just set the timer.
Yeah.
Push the plunger down, set the timer.
I've never seen someone
Put
so
the
excited to
pieces
do
in
this.
place.
This is even more than the dick hole one.
Don't be slow in perfection. You
Yeah. Do I
gotta
have to roll or
move
no?
fast. You go back and you shove this thing into his ankle.
His foot twat.
Yeah. Fire the foot twat.
Do it.
I think that's a French word. Foutoir.
Foutoir. So he puts a grenade in the le foutoir. And 5, 4, 3, 2. And there's a weird muffled thing like that noise when that
I
dude.
prefer that it sounded like like you did. All right, but whatever. Ugh. Awesome.
There's you look up and you see that now there's just his foot is sort of opened up like a Pez dispenser foot.
Nice.
And there's just kind of dangling there by a big flap of skin.
He's not getting up. Let's
Yeah.
fucking finish him.
And he starts twisting. He starts twisting around a lot. So I would like Lyra to make a dexterity check.
And 6. Yeah, I'm good.
All right. So he starts twisting around in agony because his foot's just been blown off by a grenade. And so Lyra has to kind of get out of the way before he spasms and crushes her.
3 left, Gary.
3 left, Gary. So,
Oh, Gary!
so anyone
Weird
else?
science.
Any other attacks?
Oh yeah, that is
Sure, I'll
weird.
dirk him.
Yeah, who's up? Is it?
I think
it's Hug.
Winter or me.
I think it's Hug then.
I'll
Winter
dirk
and
him. Dirk.
Okay, Hug's going to go up and dirk him.
Yeah. Roll to
Oh, here.
You want to pick his anatomical place? It's been
in
fun.
his cyclops eye.
Oh,
It's already
whoa.
blind. 2.
All right. You know what? You pull your dirk out, and it comically goes flying because it's covered in blue giant blood.
Come stand over by me, right in front of its face, and just stare at it.
So, and I want you to roll a dexterity check.
All right.
Oh, you're thrashings.
Good.
All right. He's again
You're only
spasming around. He's blind. His foot's been blown off. He's bleeding to death. Anyone else?
Yeah, I want to take my quarterstaff and stab him at the base of the back of his skull.
Oh, like
Crack him.
Goodfellas style.
Yeah.
Just put the awl in the
Yeah.
in the
Nice.
reptile brain. All right.
Yeah.
So roll to
I
attack.
just wanted some friends.
Is that 20?
That's a 20. Yeah.
Sick 15.
Ooh.
Oh, very nice. In it goes, and then you say, I love peanut butter sandwiches. And it extends to 12 feet long.
Yep.
Because you have that magical quarterstaff. And this, the giant kind of makes a weird, like a giant stiffening spasm and then dies.
Nice.
Guy gets fucked to death by a horse.
Wow.
Let's get to work on that dick.
1 minute left. All right.
Roll out the paper.
While the crack of the skull still echoeth in the cobalt wood, Winter takes out his tracing paper.
Peel back that loincloth, man.
You're gonna need a lot of tracing paper.
That's true.
It's a
The
giant
scroll just like spills down the hill, like it's just this really long thing.
Tell us, please. This guy got a huge cock.
Well, you blew it up AT-AT style, so
Oh yeah. It's all blown
Probably
apart.
just looks like an artichoke now.
Oh fuck!
It's been opened up.
Yeah, it's like a giant
Looks
pine
like
cone.
half a lady finger.
it's
Blooming onion.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Pom pom on a
It's
stick.
Shit.
one in the pink, two if by sea.
Well, at least we could supply the local Applebee's with enough appetizers.
Yeah, if you guys like
I
sweetbread.
shouldn't have shot him in the dick. There's nothing left.
Some fried
Yeah, well, you know
shreds.
what? It does smell sort of kind of like a nice Austin brisket around here.
Yep.
Lyra's gonna search him for any kind of inventory.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to
so-
be in Anchorage, Alaska, and for on the 30th.
Oh, we're done.
Let him finish!
Yeah, no. There's a minute left. Let's wrap it up.
I hear it's cold there.
Yeah. And then I'll be in Fairbanks on the 31st.
I hear it's-
January?
I hear it's cold there.
Yes, this month.
It's a 6-month one-nighter.
But Alaska's been very, very, very good to me in the past. I have a good time up there.
Very nice.
They
I hear
like,
nothing but
they
great
like
things about-
weed. They have good weed.
I also hear they have really good meth and pills.
Oh, yeah, that too.
I have like 700 words for meth.
700 things for,
Yeah.
for ways to distract you from the eternal darkness.
They also have 500 words for, are you a cop?
And the vampires kill you during the
30 days of night.
Tell us how the whale blubber is.
Anybody got anything they want to plug for that week? or this
February.
week?
When is this?
Well, whatever. I mean,
I'll be at
it's not
Sketchfest
gonna- yeah.
with Brendan Small February 6th.
Oh, awesome.
At the Verde Theater.
What are you guys doing?
Our baked show.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
Music and comedy with Todd Barry, Natasha Leggero,
Wow.
Greg Barrett.
That's a good show, man.
It'll be fun.
And it's in San Francisco.
Yeah.
Go over to House of Nan King.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fill your belly.
Sesame chicken.
Fuck yeah.
So good.
And then go do some comedy. Anybody else want to plug anything?
Yeah, me and Blaine are at Flappers. There's going to be some Brandy Posey, Rhea Butcher, Dave Thomason.
Laurie Kilmartin.
Laurie Kilmartin. It's going to be a real fun
Love
show.
Laurie. What's that date there?
Sunday, the
Oh,
25th.
This Sunday. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. That's it, right?
Yup.
Thanks for listening.
This has been an Earwolf Media production. Executive producers Jeff Ulrich and Scott Ackerman. For more information, visit earwolf.com.
Earwolfradio.com